Our coaching staff was fantastic in getting me adjusted to Harvard's culture. Our two team captains, Eliana and Tyler, were fantastic in giving me an idea of how things were done in the past and why things were done in the past, which helps me a lot, to adopt certain aspects and discard certain aspects. I think Hugo probably leads the whole group in the sense that he ended up being all Ivy, top freshman in the Ivy, all region. He was 2 spots away from advancing to the NCAA final or the NCAA championships as a true freshman at 10,000 meters. I think he's certainly one that sticks out on the women's side outside of Abby, who I thought did a very good job considering the learning curve. Kat Gillespie was just fantastic all year. She didn't start the year on the roster, and she ended up our top girl at the regionals, and a huge race for her and us at the HEPS as well. While we weren't hitting on all cylinders necessarily at the NCAA regionals, it was probably our closest team meet of the year, and I thought that was probably the best men's performance within the last 24 months that Harvard Cross Country's had, and I think it's really indicative of the direction we want to go. And I think that charge that day was led by, in particular, 2 of our seniors that had been a little up and down. Tyler Spear, our captain, and Louis Colson, I thought, did a really good job of making sure they were present on the most important day of the year. From Tyler's perspective, I think he did a really good job of managing a transition from Coach Zaretsky, who is still obviously in-house in our director of track and field, and getting the guys in line and to buy in. And I don't think we would have gotten nearly as far as we would have wanted this fall without his intelligent and thoughtful leadership. Eliana, she was fantastic. The transition started with her in Uganda studying baboons, and she's on the phone every moment she can be. Outside of her own training, outside of her own research, to try to keep the women together and focused in the same direction. In some ways, I don't think the results were really reflective of her work, but without the amount of time and effort and energy that she put in, we wouldn't be anywhere close to where we were this fall. On both sides, we will lose some key contributors without question, and we're going to miss them. We wish we had them for another year, but we do have some young contributors. And I think in the men's side, we're nearing a window here where of our potential top 10 to 12 returners, we're going to only lose 1 in the next 2 years. So I think the window on both sides is there to do something special, perhaps something that Harvard hasn't done in a while.